Hi everyone.
We are live. Yay!
We're live.
Wait.
Right?
Yes, we're idiots. Yay! You got to
everybody.
experience that ridiculousness.
How you guys doing?
You're welcome.
Hi. So welcome to our brand new thing that we're doing.
Yay!
And we're sharing with all of you guys. So thanks for being here.
This is our official launchy launch.
Yay.
Officially official.
Officially official.
I'm Jen.
I'm Nikki. Hi.
And we are the Neurodivergent
Neurodivergent
Girls.
Hi.
Yay us.
Yes.
Yay you.
Yes. This has been a long time in the making, and there's a lot of you out there that we should and can thank for helping this to become a thing. But here we are. So
this is 16 years in the making, actually, because
Yes.
we have been friends and some kind of business partner in many different lifetimes we've had together in the past 16 years. And this is just a whole new chapter for us. And this is really like the ultimate chapter because this is the official us being us. We're not characters.
Yeah.
Which is what we started off as, because I was a pinup model and performer and she was my photographer. And that's how we met each other. And in the end, we started off as characters. And that's basically who we were. It was still us, but it was like taking away different aspects of us.
It was a way to express ourselves in the moment.
Yeah.
But if you will, there's been a personal rebrand for each individual one of us.
Absolutely.
We've kind of both retired, if you will, and just sort of rediscovering what life means to us on the spectrum from our perspective. And that's pretty much what this whole thing is us just sort of relating to you guys, communicating with you guys, just sort of letting you know how we've kind of managed to
our journey,
do it
and
all.
that
Our journey.
we were diagnosed late in life. You know, it's only been about 2 years that it was like official of like, this is true. This is the truth about you, you know, and this piece of us just makes the rest of our life makes so much sense.
Mhm.
And it's a beautiful thing. And there's so many people out there too who are realizing or question what they are and who they are. And is this part of them? And the issue is out there, so much of the actual science is still like else, and it's still like very one-sided, other than people like us that are starting to come out. And this is really where you're getting your information of like the different parts of the spectrum, not just the one-sided.
Yes, so different.
Because everyone is different and there's different layers of stuff. And especially being female, we are still being misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of us are misdiagnosed because the main fact is we naturally mask a lot of times. We can engage. We have a different brain than a male. We're females, you know?
Right, and everyone's
Mars and
different.
Venus, baby. Mars and Venus. You know?
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because if you don't understand what you're dealing with, you're not going to be able to face it head on and to find those specific tools that you need for what you're going through. And, you know, as we said, this is for everyone, but it's just from our individual perspective, from our individual experiences. So this is not by any means to coach, diagnose, or otherwise. This is just us relating and communicating with you guys.
It's us showing the different parts of us. So hopefully you can connect to it, and hopefully you'll be like, oh, well, that's me. Oh, well, that's like my friend. Oh, well, I have this different aspect. But that's part of it too, is we want you to be a voice too. We want it to be a community. We want this to be a place where it's like a safe place for all of us to figure out how to function in this atypical world, because we did it the hard way. And if there's anything we can do to help somebody not have that experience, or not have all of those of being like beaten down and being thrown to the wolves in the atypical world, it's a win.
Yeah.
If it's just one of you, and if it's an entire fabulous group, that's even better. You know, whoever we can touch, whoever we can help, because we literally did it the hard way and we were beaten down a lot, but we're stronger from it. It's, I mean, you know, lessons are what makes you stronger. They suck.
Now, this is kind of for everybody. So, you know, use the comment section, use our link tree, get in touch with us, send us an email. if you want to. We'd love to hear from you.
That's the big thing. We want to build a community.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of all of this.
That's the thing. There's so many of us. So that said, I thought it would be a fun little moment to do a little introduction, because this is, after all, an introduction video. So,
and some of you know us, and in different parts of our lives in the last, as I said, in the last 16 years, even those who've known us forever, from the beginning of each individual one of us. But this is also for the people who don't.
Exactly.
For the people that were new to their lives.
Yes.
For the people that didn't know this part of our life. Because honestly, we didn't either.
Yeah.
We felt it.
So I have some questions.
Oh, God.
And they're going to be little introduction questions that we're going to ask each other.
Lord.
And this is like one of those questions that you ask like your partner or your significant other. So I thought it'd be kind of funny to go through these.
I'm
with
afraid.
you guys.
I'm afraid now.
Right?
What are
Okay.
you asking me of God words?
Oh, no, this one is perfect actually as an introduction. So, are you an introvert, an extrovert, or somewhere in between?
Oh my God. This is one of those things I've actually thought about a lot lately. Like when I was a kid, I was the ultimate extrovert. I had no filter, and I was like, bah! Like no filter. Anything that came out of my mouth is what I was thinking. I was very allowed that space. But during different parts of your life that happen, especially, when you were growing up, like middle school is when people start realizing you're different and different things happen. And I feel like I was mostly an extrovert till middle school, and different things with that, like bullying, made me the complete opposite for a while.
Yeah.
But I would say, oh God, this is hard, because am I an extroverted introvert, or am I an introverted extrovert? I think it's, at this point in my life, it really is the second one, because I think overall I'm an introvert in the way of I do like my alone time, and I do adjust to different people.
Yeah.
I'm more extroverted depending on the person.
That's true.
I'm not like this, like I'm with everybody. I can be very quiet and very observant and not say anything a lot with different people. But I do adjust to their energy, and I can be, but also at this point in my life, it's in waves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons, I think, because I can't be an extrovert all the time, because I don't have enough energy. So I would say introverted extrovert. Or an extroverted introvert. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I'm like, what?
I do.
More introvert
Yeah.
with extrovert.
Yeah.
I know that was long, but I mean, it's the journey, because it's changed.
Yeah. I think for me, definitely, especially when I was a youngin', I was at one in school where I just walk with a book in my face. We didn't have cell phones, but I was always reading a book. And I would just walk down the hallway reading. I was always reading. And I was really introverted, except for when I had something in my face. Like, for example, when I was in the marching band, I had a trumpet in my face. Extroverted. When I grew up, I didn't know how to make friends, so I became an event photographer. I went to events, met people, camera in front of my face. So I always kind of had that sort of point of separation. And then if I did have that, I was able to be extroverted. But I kind of needed that as a crutch.
Well, and a big thing that's my gift is I'm the type of personality that I bring out the extrovert in people like you.
Yes. How much alone time do you need?
Well, it just comes back to that same thing of I need a lot more than I used to.
Yeah.
Especially with me, I have two autoimmunes. So I have fibromyalgia and I have celiac. And celiac is one of those of I've had a flare up for the last almost year, and it wears me out, and I have to have days where I'm like not even talking, and because I have to recharge, and I feel like I have to do that a lot more. So right now a lot, but I'm hoping it's less, but it definitely is more than when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like
it's so
100%.
important. It's so important to get alone time, to get time to recharge and reset.
Yes. And especially for people like us, because we have so much to process.
Mm-hmm.
We need that extra time to process everything, because that's just how our brain works. When you're autistic, when you're urgent, you need extra time to process stuff, because you really, the initial even emotion of something that happens isn't completely how you feel. You have to kind of figure out how you feel, and you need time to like have it like settle and have it like, you know.
Journaling helps.
Yeah.
Do you guys have to schedule alone time for yourself, or is this something that just sort of when you need it, it happens sort of naturally or organically, or do you guys have to like schedule it? Do you have a ritual around it? For me, sometimes it's waking up in the morning and doing like my daily journaling or, you know, planning basically is what it really is, you know, and all that good stuff. So do you guys have to schedule your alone time?
Well, we all have our rituals too, because we have to. It's what keeps us sane. Like I have my morning ritual of like, this is how I get my brain together so I can like remotely talk to you or deal with the world at all, you know. And there's a big difference of having it and not, because you almost feel like you're out of control. Like, oh God, I can't handle the world.
No.
You know, you need that grounding. You need that ritual. You need that grounding.
So what's the most important quality a partner should have, in your opinion? That's a good one.
Trust and communication. And this is not just with partner, this is with any relationship, friendship, you know, the different kinds of partnership, business, love, you know, any kind of thing of like trust and communication. And communication is so important.
It is.
Well, and that's the thing with people like us too, of you and I both had that of like a lot of stuff's happened to us because we didn't know how to communicate. We would just take on stuff ourselves and not really know how to explain it, and also not wanting to be vulnerable, because communication also is about being vulnerable sometimes with people.
And sometimes it's just hard to find the words that you're trying to.
Exactly. So you need time to like figure out how you really feel and how to communicate that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's important. So what's your ideal date night? Ooh, that's a good one. What's your ideal date night?
Either be making food or us ordering food and us just watching like whatever. Like watching, because my husband and I watch a lot of, we call it trash TV. But it's not really necessarily, because it's like, you know, it's you know, we watch like Bachelor and we watch like, you know,
like reality TV.
Yeah, reality TV. But I like the ones where you watch people grow, because I'm a counselor too. So it's one of those of like, it keeps me sharp, because I literally analyze everybody. But we basically like, we yell at them. We yell at them of like, dude, don't you see this about yourself? This is what you need to do. Or like, all these people are young. Like, it's funny. That's the best though, because it's like a processing day.
Okay.
It's fun.
So dinner and trash TV.
Dinner and trash TV.
Ideal date night, everyone. Dinner and trash TV.
Yep. Yeah, we're dumb.
That's her.
We're dumb.
No, I'm a little different. Let's go to Vegas. Come on.
I've never been to Vegas, and honestly, I think I would like, because of the lights and everything, but I'm not big into gambling.
Me neither.
Like I'll spend $20 on the slots, and then I'm like, and I'm like, you're taking my money, and I'm not happy about this. Now it's boring.
Right. I'll have like a $20 slots fund just for the experience of it.
Yeah. I used to play blackjack, and that was fun. But even that, of like, literally, I don't want to lose my money.
No, I'm not a gambler. I just like the shows.
Well, and I like the lights.
And I like the energy.
Yeah.
And I like looking at all the things and all the people. There's so many people to look at.
That's the ultimate people watching, because you're like, everyone is a mess.
Everybody.
I want to fix all of you and love you all, but at the same time, oh my goodness.
Oh man, good times.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely good times. Good, clean fun, you know.
Oh no, that means we're going to Vegas sometime.
Oh yeah. All right. How important is it to you to live close to your family? Yeah.
Are we talking like family? Are we talking like blood family? Are we talking like chosen family?
Whatever you define family.
Well, you need that support system, but you need the family that supports you and that loves you, and no matter what, and that because sometimes family, like blood family, isn't the best for you.
Yeah,
it isn't healthy, and you don't need to be around those people as much. So it's really about your family, even blood family that's chosen, that is healthy to be around, and you actually have that support system. So that is extremely important.
I agree.
I mean, you're my sister, but you're not.
Right.
But you're the closest thing to a sister to me than anybody in the whole world ever, because you alone are my support system, not even counting the other wonderful people I have in my life. You know what I mean?
Aww.
But you're always, for the last 16 years, you're my anchor. Well, it's true. I'm alive. I'm alive because of you in multiple ways, mentally and physically, because of you.
I love you.
But you are.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here.
Well, and this is my family, and we always said it now.
I know, right?
It randomly, like, literally happened. My husband and I were moving to Missouri. Well, we were wanting to move, and we were looking at different things. And he grew up in this area, and his parents are getting older, so we want to be closer to family. And he grew up going to Branson and remembered like Silver Dollar City and all that stuff. And we're both entertainers, and she needed to get the heck out of Seattle. And this crazy person, she's a Gemini. She bought a house and 5 acres without even looking at it.
I didn't even see it in person.
No.
I just saw the Zillow
because this is who
posting,
she
and
is.
I just like, you know what? I need it. I need this house. And I got to tell you, it's the most magical,
Oh,
most
that's
beautiful
awesome.
house. I love it. And so I just pressed the button. The next thing I know, I have this house, and I got to go and look at it.
And I'm a Virgo, the complete opposite of like, I will think about something for like a million years.
I was helping her find a place for
Yes.
herself. I found this one. I'm like, mine.
And then we ended up moving here and squatting in her house
Yeah.
for 6 weeks at least,
I needed someone
trying
to
to,
help
for us to try to find something.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
So
Hilarious.
that happened.
But this is real life of like who we are as people.
I don't suggest buying a 5-acre farmhouse sight unseen. Don't do that.
But you know, it's good to have those wonderful things in your life where you are like spontaneous. And I don't know about buying an entire house and 5 acres, but you know, like it all works out in the
Thing
end.
is, if I thought about it, I would have talked myself out of it.
Well, yeah, and then we wouldn't be doing this.
Exactly.
This wouldn't have happened.
So
Not in person, at
isn't that
least.
funny?
Not with you actually sitting next to me.
Right? Okay. So now we've introduced ourselves a little bit.
Yay!
Now we're going to introduce what we plan on bringing to this channel. All right. We're going to be doing these recurring segments, basically, for lack of another word. We might not do them every episode, but we're going to do them at least once a month on a rolling, what have you.
We'll have different things in that.
We'll have different things.
Yeah, different episodes.
And if you guys like some stuff, you know, we might add or repeat or, you know, whatever.
Absolutely.
This is for
Well, because I said
everybody.
this is a community, and if you have something, if you have a topic, if you have a question, if you have anything to add, we want this. We want you to be part of it.
Exactly.
We want this. We want your voice to be heard.
So let us know.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing that we're going to introduce, sometimes we have these little cue cards to keep us on topic. If you know, you know.
Yeah, because we'll go all over the place.
So these are what we call interactive lists, and they are very handy because when you make a list of things, sometimes you feel compelled to do them in the order of that list, and it just kills you to break the order, but sometimes you just really can't. So it's kind of good to be able to just like pick a card and then just kind of do that, and if you can't, just kind of shuffle it back in. I'm just saying, gamifying things, it helps. Okay, so the first thing on our cue card is introduce one of our segments called Cocktail Hour. In fact, we have a cocktail together, gin with gin. Cheers.
But I thought this was vodka.
Never mind. This is, yep. Oh, yep. That's vodka.
Oh God.
Ooh, vodka. Vodka with
Oh, I
gin.
don't drink that much anymore.
Hi. All right. So
We're both very sippers these days in our lives, which
we
is a beautiful
are.
thing.
So cocktail hour is
Ooh,
basically
gosh,
where we
girl.
tackle a topic or a series of specific topics while we sip a cocktail. The idea is it does go for an hour. So there's 2 parts. What's cute is that one of these parts is going to be posted and debuted and put on Patreon for our supporting members. You can go in there and check out our tiers. It's just $5 to get started.
And
If you
basically
want to
with that,
support us.
you get full episodes with that, but you also get VIP access to all kinds of stuff, behind the scenes stuff, extra, all kinds of little fun extras. So it's definitely worth the $5.
Exactly. And so, there's exclusive content. There's going to be Q&As. There's going to be live one-on-ones, things like that. So
And
go
you'll
in
see
and
things
take a
before
look.
other people.
Mhm.
You'll
Yep.
you literally have VIP access
Exactly.
doing that.
Including the second half of cocktail hour. Okay. So I think that's pretty cool. All right.
But keep up with the times.
Introduce Tarot Tuesdays. Okay, so Tarot Tuesdays is something we're going to try and do at least once a month. We're going to try and do it live if we can. And then you guys can sort of let us know what you need answers to, because I think it's kind of fun to do tarot. But we do it completely different.
We do. Because I have a big metaphysical and spiritual and stuff background and who I am as a person. And then Miss Thing over here is science. Not that I'm not science, but that's just who she is. She's a little bit more the physics.
Yeah.
And our decks are like that too. I have more of they're oracle cards, and so it would be more of your like spirit guides. And she has
this Quantum Tarot.
Quantum Tarot.
It's awesome.
Quantum physics, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And her we are very different with how we do things too. Of like, she's very Nikki, which Nikki is like bam, 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 bam. And even her readings and her deck will like throw cards out at
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Her deck is like, yeah, will yell at you.
Yeah, it really will.
It will yell at you.
It really will.
And then I have my prettiness with all my cards. My art's pretty.
Oh, so
They're pretty.
They're so beautiful.
My deck's very loud, and this is the one that's been most connected to me, and it's also the one that I wanted for the longest. But it's, and the whole thing is with tarot, it's not scary. Everything's about guidance, and this just helps you with guidance.
Mhm.
That's basically what it is, because
And it's fun.
people add a little bit too much woo-woo to some things.
Yeah.
It's all about guidance, and everybody connects to different things.
Mhm.
And for anybody, because I know everybody believes different things.
Right.
It's just another way to be on your path,
Exactly.
to know what that you're on the right path, or that you need to like turn a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is kind of a way for us to communicate in our own little ways, as well as sort of, empathic folk, like to connect with people and, help out whenever we can. And like she said, they're completely different. Our decks are completely different. But sometimes the readings are just obviously like, if you need to know something, they're both going to tell you
In your face. They're both of our decks are in your face.
Yeah.
And a big thing is too, a lot of neurodivergent people are very connected and are very empathic. It's not one of those of like, because autism doesn't mean you don't have feelings. You could have, it's just main fact of like, you don't necessarily have to communicate your feelings.
Exactly.
And it's because sometimes you have more feelings. You have different layers of feelings. You feel other people's feelings, and it takes a while to be able to figure out how to process that and figure out whose feelings are whose. That was my big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel everything.
It's a good practice to kind of help you sort of
focus
and communicate. Okay. Speaking of communicate, this one is a reminder to introduce our Kickstarter. All right.
Yay! We're super excited about this. This is just another layer of new things for us, really.
Yes. What we're doing is, if you guys didn't know, we have authored several books that, you can buy, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, what have you. They're there if you want to. But
self-help books.
We are also getting into tabletop games specifically designed for encouraging and empowering communication for those who may have a hard time expressing themselves. Little prompts to help you find words or to help you find topics, things like that. So a lot of our games are going to be focused on empowering dialogue.
But this also goes for like the atypical person, because COVID literally made people not be able to communicate as well.
Yeah, it's kind of different when you're in person now.
Yeah, with everybody, not just people like us.
Yes. Okay, 5-minute warning. So our Kickstarter is going to be under our media and games label, which is Connection Games, because they're all about connection. So if you want to, you can check out our link tree. It's in our bio, and you can look at our Kickstarter and get an idea of the first of our mini projects. You can help out with those, and we would love to hear your feedback.
Absolutely.
Okay, so another one of our segments is hyperfixation of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is one of those two of, this is a big one we want you to contribute, because we want you to send in your videos of your hyperfixation, of all the stuff you're obsessed with, because we have plenty of things over the years we have been, but at the same time, like, there's only so much we can talk about.
I mean, well,
And this isn't just about us.
right,
you know.
exactly.
I mean,
So we want to know what you guys are into.
absolutely. This is the big thing for I want to see your face.
Yes.
I want to see what you're like obsessed with and what you just like think is the coolest thing ever.
Absolutely.
One of the
Yes.
things the first thing we're going to be talking about is, as I said, I'm very spiritual. And one of the things that I was always very like connected to and like obsessed with since I was a little kid was crystals. Like, and I'm very a cat too, like it's shiny, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I have so many different things, and I work with them too at this point in my life.
So basically, this is what we're going to be getting into. Keep an eye out for our next full episodes and segments. We're going to be going into our hyperfixation of the month, which is going to be crystals. So keep an eye out for that one.
All the things.
All the things. Okay. All right. Now we're also going to introduce a segment about our reaction videos. Okay, so this has two little reminders. Number one, we are going to be doing reaction videos from the perspective of a voice coach. Jen is a professional opera singer. She is amazing. She is a voice coach. Tell them a little bit about what you do.
Well, I've studied, this was one of my hyperfixations and like focus was since I was 14, I started voice lessons. And when I was 19, I became a professional opera singer. And I've done many different things with that, but singing's always been one of my like loves in my heart. But I'm also one of those of I'm very good at helping people of any type of voice, any type of style you sing, taking technical, like classically technical techniques and being able to help you with your voice be like a healthy singer, because that's the whole thing of so many people are taught to belt, which is a lot with your throat, which is very unhealthy. You end up with nodules, you end up where you're never able to sing again. You know, I'm not going to necessarily, with the classical techniques, you're not going to sound like an opera singer with me. You're going to learn how to breathe. You're going to learn how to use specific technical things for your style of singing, so you're a healthy singer. I also focus on the psychology of everything, because I know I've been a performer. I've been a professional performer. I prepare you mentally for being a performer, for going into the audition and getting a no, for becoming, if you want to be like a famous singer, that whole process, because there's a lot of mental with it and people don't think about that. And that's one of those things of like, I do a lot of different coaching. I'm an autism coach.
If you're
life
not
coaches.
a singer like myself, which I'm not,
but anybody can learn how to sing.
You can also, it's amazing. She can help you with you want to talk about breathing, you want to talk about confidence, you want to talk about acing that interview and finding your voice. All right.
Well, and your voice isn't necessarily just singing, it's also speaking,
Exactly.
Public speaking, acting, other stuff like that. You can use the same kind of techniques. So don't think that, well, I don't want to learn how to sing, or well, I can't sing or something. You can still like learn.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can learn how to have more confidence speaking and projecting.
You should do the Patreon thing and take advantage of the free one-on-one consultation with her. Link in the link tree.
And also, I'm a life coach. So
that is our next topic.
Yeah.
We are going to be also doing reaction videos to reality shows from the perspective of a life coach.
I yell at with love, though. It's with love. It's not like mean. It's more like, dude, why aren't you doing this? Be good to yourself. You're being so bad.
She comes from a place of love.
I do.
She is a life coach, specialty in women on the spectrum,
Well,
right?
on the
So talk
spectrum
about
period.
that. Yes.
On the spectrum
On the
period.
spectrum period.
I did want to focus on women just because of we need that,
Yeah.
because so many of us are misdiagnosed and so many of us don't have that support. But at the same time, I do work with men, and I do a lot of that now. And it's one of those of really, in the end, I want to be there for whoever needs me. If it pings you, if you feel like I can help you or anything, I want to be there for everybody. You know. And
What's the name of the site?
the name of the site is beyondthesurfacewellness.com. It's a virtual wellness center, holistic, and there's wonderful. It's all women practitioners, and everything from nutrition to Reiki to different kinds of life coaching. There's a lot of amazing women on there too. So you should check them out also. A lot of them. I mean, as I said, nutrition, just everything, different aspects, and they're all amazing.
And her.
And
And
me.
you can book her specifically if you would like at that website. Also her vocal coaching, confidence coaching, if you will. Again, check out the link tree in bio.
The vocal coaching will be neurodivergent girls. It won't
Mhm.
be with Beyond. I just do autism and spiritual life transition coaching with Beyond.
So that's what she does.
I do things. This is what I do now. I've done 100 million things, just
Mhm.
like you have, because that's who we are.
Well,
Hyperfixation. I have 30 certifications. Hyperfixation.
Hyperfixation.
But I always want to be better for you, and that's part of it. It's true.
This is our last one. Okay. So we did talk a little bit about
I'm so
our
distracted by your ring. I'm sorry. I keep looking at it. I'm a
shiny,
cat. I can't help it.
shiny things. We did talk a little bit about our Patreon. Go check that out, and if you would like, we will be getting into, like I said, scheduling some more one-on-ones, exclusive content, things like that.
It's the VIP.
Yeah,
you're gonna
it'll
get
be a
everything
VIP
there.
experience,
We're still gonna have stuff on YouTube and everything, but it's not gonna be like everything.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. It's going to be for patrons, for our Patreons in specific. And also our Kickstarter for Connection Games. We're very, very excited about that. We want to definitely involve the community in that whole endeavor. So, when it comes
It's
down
necessary. As I said, for everybody. It's not just for neurodivergent people. It's for
to it,
the world.
exactly. It's for people to,
Because of COVID, no one can
connect,
talk to each other
and
anymore.
communicate. So, be on the lookout for virtual play tests and things like that. If you want to sit down and do a virtual tabletop game with us, I think that will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we'll be
We want to hang
discussing
out. Let's hang
that.
out. We like making friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So check out the Facebook, check out the Instagram, TikTok, etc. And we'll be sort of letting you guys know when we do that kind of stuff.
Yay!
Yay. All right. And then one final sort of plug, if you will. Promote thyself, woman.
What I
with
did.
her coaching.
BeyondTheSurfaceWellness.com.
All right.
And as I said, check out the other amazing women on there, the amazing practitioners, because they are incredible. They're awesome people, and there's something for everybody on there.
Excellent.
And they're super supportive, and they're great. I'm really blessed.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. That's about time. We love you. Thank you for your support, for making this happen. We appreciate all of you.
We're super excited to start this part of the journey with you guys and just
Yeah.
see where the world takes us.
Yeah.
Is it Siri?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.